The triangle process that I use in psychology is quite simple. It's 3 questions. The first question is, what did you appreciate about your parent? And what you appreciate about your parent in the first 12 years of life is basically your definition of love. It's also, since it's your definition of love, anyone who doesn't give this to you or act like your parents did, you blame in life. So in order to heal that judgment, you have to find a gift in the opposite of what you love. So what you appreciate most in life, you can't use the word love. It might be, let's say, for my mother, creativity. So historically, I wouldn't like non-creative people. They're dull, okay? But what's the gift in not being creative? The gift is peace. It's the space between the notes that makes the music. Bertrand Russell said that. Einstein said it's the space between events that are more important than the events. So if I could allow myself not to be creative at times, I have a better life. So it takes away the judgment. So find what you appreciate about a parent. Don't use the word love. And then also find a gift in the opposite of what you appreciated. The next thing is the unmet need. The unmet need is what you didn't appreciate, basically. So in my case, my mother wasn't there. And as I mentioned, and that's because she didn't have a mother. Her mother died when she was very young. And my father was critical because his father was critical. So therefore, the unmet need. The unmet need becomes our gift to life. We parent others the way we wished we were parented. But the downside is we parent ourselves the way we were created. Okay, that's ridiculous. Then we have coping skills. But let me go into something else. Every pain we have of an unmet need leads to only 2 pains in life. We either feel abandoned or abused. Abandoned or abused leads to only 2 fears. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. We're in a binary field. Our lives are binary. It leads to 2 fears. We have a fear of relationship, or as a result of the pain of abandonment or abuse, or we have a need for relationship. Codependency. So we have a need for relationship or not a need, fear of it. Those are the 2 fears. Fear leads to a coping skill. How can I deal with my pain and fear? I either learn to be a pleaser, very accepting of others, or I learn to reject others. That's the only 2 possibilities. And we have different names for it. That takes us into language. The space that I said between myself and other creates this void, which is difference, and it comes from our understanding. We created words to fill the space between polarities. So there are so many ways that you can either reject or appease or be an acceptor of everybody. But we don't realize that whether we accept people, if let's say I'm there for others because my mother wasn't there for me, over time people don't think I need anything because I'm always there for others and I don't get my needs met. Or if I rebel, how could people be there for you? It's quite simple. So the coping skills that save us as a child destroy us as an adult. The key to life is to meet your own needs, but those needs do not have to be met for your happiness. You have to meet your own needs. Well, how do you do that? Well, remember I said our gift to life is that I'll be there for others. So let's say I'm there for Dan and Phil who are here. I have to find out how I'm there for them, because the way I'm there for them gives me a cartography, a roadmap for me to be there for myself. So you go to your best friend, how am I there for you? How do I accept you? How do I acknowledge you? How do I see you? All the pain that you felt as a child. And now you give it to yourself rather than another. It's a very simple process. What did you appreciate? What did you need? How did you cope? Stop the coping, treat yourself as you would treat your best friend, and give up all the other stuff of not being loved, because that's the lie. You are loved.